On YouTube, great to be back with you today. Another great day, and I want to be here to encourage you. I want to be someone that encourages you today. And so I like going live vertical in YouTube for a couple different reasons. And I always repeat this, but I like to do it because vertical live in YouTube shows up in the shorts feed. And so I know people are jumping in and out. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please, it helps the channel grow. We're a community of progress, right? Making progress towards a worthy goal. That's what life fulfillment is really all about. It's not about what we get, but what we become in trying to get something. It is the journey along the way. And after a few years, you really realize that. Even if you've made some great achievements in your life, you start to realize, hey, you know what? It doesn't stop. It's a never-ending journey. Okay, we may have an achievement here. We get to a mountain here. And hopefully we take time to celebrate, and then we celebrate. We have a little party. We take time to pat ourselves on the back, or we high-five our teammates along the way. How long does that last? Not too long. Then we got to look to that next peak. That's just the way it works. It's not a journey that ends. We don't get to a point and say, okay, that's it, made it here. Now what? No, it was in the aspiration. It was in the trek towards the peak. As a matter of fact, even if we don't get to the peak, I talked to a guy, he was on my podcast, check it out, Cliff Yates Show, and he was like I think he was the only person by physical power alone to take a group of people from the North Pole all the way to the South Pole. And he did it by skiing, with a group of young people. He needed young people. He had to make sure they could make the journey physically. And then they did skiing, they did dog sledding, then they did bicycles through the United States, down through the southern part of the hemisphere, and they finally made it to the South Pole. And they did that in 9 months. But he also had climbed, well, he took an expedition to Mount Everest. And his expedition made it all the way to the peak. He did not make it to the peak. Halfway up, he got physically sick. He had to stop and have the team keep on going. But he was very fulfilled in that mission, in that journey. He didn't make it to the peak, but he felt such an accomplishment of getting his team there. And so that was initially the main goal to start with. So he didn't even have to get there himself, as long as his team got there. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, thanks for checking in. The Cliff Yates Show live here on vertical YouTube, because I know people are coming in and out of the shorts feed. Always appreciated. Glad you're here. Hey everybody, thanks for checking in. Tom, thanks for checking in. Tim, we got some people coming on live. Want to encourage you today. Let me know where you are, where you're reporting in from. If you haven't already, and if you feel like it, subscribe to the channel. I won't command you. I'm going to ask you because it helps. Helps the channel grow. Costs you nothing, but it tells, hey, thank you for the hearts. Back at you. I'm going to keep coming back at you with them. I will send them back to you for sure. Hey, I was watching a guy, Gary Vaynerchuk. You know Gary V? Anybody follow him? He's kind of a social media guru, business kind of guru. Initially, his parents immigrated from Russia. He helped his dad create an online category for his wine store. His dad had a physical wine store, and he went online to promote his dad's wine store. And then he went on to just get totally immersed in social media, creativity. And he's got a book out called Crush It. But today he was saying something that resonated with me, right? Because he said he was a juggler. And that's the way I feel I am a lot of the times. Right? Because I was a cop by day, 35 years a police officer, all right? And then 30 years a stand-up comedian, an actor, right? And then I also got my PBA, my pro bowling card. And so I did all these things. I was juggling all these things. Now listen, you know, Gary Vaynerchuk, he has all VaynerMedia, he has all these separate things that he does. And he brought up a good point. Yes, could I have, you always hear this, right? Oh, you should niche down, narrow your focus. Well, could I have niched down? Could I have quit my police job and totally focused on stand-up comedy? Would I have been a better stand-up comedian? Absolutely. I would have been much better. But I would not have been happier. So I'm happy that I did the juggling, that I was more multifaceted, that I had my hand in a lot of different things. Yes, if I could have focused No stand-up comedy, just focused on my police career. Could I retire at a higher rank, higher pay, higher retirement? Probably yes. But I have friends. I have one past friend. He retired. He was a commander on the sheriff's department. Commander rank, big money. Committed suicide in his garage just like his dad did. Someone who I was in leadership training with, and let me acknowledge everybody who's here because, damn it, you're important. Hey, Shavalika Kapapapaspolia. I can't say it. How are you? Good morning. Sean, how are you? You subscribed. I love you, Sean. Thank you. You're awesome. Fantastic. So, yes, I could have retired from the LA County Sheriff's Department at a higher rank if I had focused more on my police career. But I'm telling you, I think the fact that I not only was my cop by day, I was a stand-up comedian at night. I actually had a chunk of time where I wanted to get my professional bowler's card, my PBA card. I competed in the US Open of bowling. I don't think, because listen, like a lot of cops that I see, I've seen a lot working for the LA Sheriff's Department specifically, working South Central, involved in several shootings, seeing a lot of death and destruction. I could have retired at a higher rank, but would I have the health, wealth, and happiness that I have today? Would I have the mindset that I have today? I don't think so. So I think it's okay. Don't beat yourself up if you're multifaceted. If you got your hands in several different things, that might make you can be happy doing more than one thing. You are not one identity. That's kind of the message I got from Gary Vaynerchuk today. He's a juggler. He's in several different things. He could have narrowed his focus, but damn it, his whole spiel is, should I do this or? No, it's and. We can do this and. I was able to do my police career and my stand-up comedy and some acting. And so I had several different cultures that I was involved with, right? I was involved in this culture. I was involved in this culture. And so I see how these people kind of were thinking and how they communicated and these people. And I see how, we're kind of alike, but then we're separate. Another thing Gary talked about today was something I find myself getting into. Hey, I'm looking for that original thing. No, I've got to be an original of, forget it, can't happen. Everything, it's done. We are not born in 800 AD. It's done. No original. It's original to you. You're original. You're one of a kind. You're separate. You're the original. All the information, one of my great friends who I opened for, Mike Marino, New Jersey's bad boy, one of the greatest headliners, I think, that there are. But a friend told me once, listen, Mike's great, Cliff. That's right. But there's 100 Mike Marinos out there. There's 100? Yeah, there's 100 just like him. Okay, so it's who resonates with us. That information that we want to use to have a positive impact on other people, it's been said, done before. We could go back 1,000 years and probably find an originator, an original, but listen, everything really has been said or done before, but not by you, not by me. And so I can take something that's been created, said, thought before, and put it through my filter of my life. Hey, this is the reaction I got. This is the results that I got, and share that with you. Now, that's going to resonate with some people, and some people it's going to turn them off. I don't even want to hear this guy. He's a little bit crazy. Well, now that's true. But it's going to resonate with other people. And so be who you are. Be yourself. That's the message today. I'm a little excited because I'm back 100%. I had like a 24-hour bug yesterday and the day before. Came down with a little bit of chills, and I put the information to ChatGPT. I said, hey, this is what I'm feeling. This is what I got. Maybe it's a bladder infection. Maybe it's this. And it came back to me, and I knew all this information already, but it reminded me, well, Cliff, you probably don't have this because it could be you're just dehydrated. Why don't you try doing this? Take your temperature. I didn't have a thermometer. I went down to CVS so I could take my temperature. Didn't have a fever. Get some electrolytes. I never thought about, so I got Pedialyte, put some electrolytes in it every 30, 45 minutes. I took some, and then I interchanged that with a 12-ounce glass of water. Man, I'm telling you, in about 6 hours, boom, I was feeling, it was dehydration. I knew that I cut down on my water intake because when I drove across the state of Florida this past weekend to connect with friends, I purposely didn't drink a lot of water because I didn't want to have to pee in the middle of Florida Because when you get between the coast and the central part of Florida, I mean, there's hardly anything there. Which, that's okay. I guess you could pee alongside the road, right? Hey, thanks for checking in, everybody. You know I appreciate you. Super Bowl this Sunday. Can't wait. Yeah, I do. I'm telling you. You know, I got who are you guys going for in the Super Bowl? I did go through a period of time where I wasn't watching the NFL. You know, I wasn't watching sports. I thought, hey, that's a distraction. Listen, sports, let me know if you agree. Sports right now is the only thing left that's based on merit, right? People are hired based on their ability, based on their merit. They are not hired based on race, ethnicity, anything else. It's purely based on merit. Why are there more of one race or the other? It doesn't really matter. In sports, it's based on merit. If there was a 5'2" Asian that could score 62 points in a game, they would get hired in the NBA. There is no doubt. And so in that regard, I like sports because you know the positions, at least on the field, are based on merit. There's too much money involved in winning. There's too much pressure. You saw this past season, all these great coaches, really, some of them with great records, but yet they didn't win this season. And that team owner, wow. So I'm thinking of several. I'm thinking the Buffalo Bills, several coaches, they're fired based on yesterday's results, just this season. The fact that they had numerous winning seasons before did not even matter. You didn't win this past season. My fans demand this. Such a very competitive. This guy sold me a car without a transmission. Are you talking about me? I'm not a car salesman. I hate car salesmen. Oh my God. My wife was the best. Filing for divorce, she is. My wife is the best at buying a car. She was willing to walk out. She always walked out. She knew what deal she wanted, and she would walk out when the paper was already signed. She would walk out the door if there was any change when you got to the financing, and she would just tell me, they're going to call me with the deal. I'm thinking, no, they're not going to call you with that deal. And every damn time the car dealership calls with the deal. And I'm too willing. I'm going in there, even though I know they're making several $1,000s. I'm thinking, in my head, I'm thinking, well, they got to make a living. And so, you know, my negotiating for the cars is like zero. I'm almost willing to take the hit of losing some money just to make the deal go smoother. I don't like the back and forth. People love it. I don't like it. No car salesman here, let me tell you right now. As a matter of fact, if you're a car salesman, I'm going to be your easiest mark because I'm not going to want the friction. And oh my God. So, hey, I was talking about a book in my own head earlier today. Be, Do, Get. I forgot the name of the authors. It's Be, Do, Get. And I'll tell you, what reminded me of that book was a comedian by the name of Brian Regan. This guy is a fantastic comedian. But he remembers he did some openings. He did an open mic, and somebody asked him at the comedy club what he did. He goes, I'm trying to be a comedian. Maybe he wasn't even at a comedy club. Somebody said, Brian Regan said, I'm trying to be a comedian. And a comedian pulled him aside and says, why do you say that? Why do you say you're trying to be a comedian? No, you're a comedian. If somebody asks you, you tell them, you are a comedian. You are what you've decided to be. So be it, do it, and then you're going to get. Be, do, get. It's almost like the goals we've been talking about, Rod. What do you want? Why? How comes later. We too soon go to the how, but our brain's going to say, I don't know how you go. I don't know how we're going to get that beach home. I don't know how. We know what. We looked at it. We know why. How? Ooh, don't know how. Forget how for right now. Focus on the what and the why. How's going to come. I'm telling you, it works, everybody. Mindset works. Change your paradigm, a paradigm shift, how we process information, how we look at things, how it's a system of thinking, and we can change that. We've been programmed to think a certain way as we were growing up. Our environment takes over, what we're around. And hey, everybody. Thank you. You subscribe. Boom. You're part of the team right now. This is not an easy crowd, by the way. A lot of expectations going to come your way because I know you have greatness within you. You probably remember, I bet you if you're out of high school, you're at least that age, I bet you can think of 1 to 2 people. There's always 1 or 2 people. They see the greatness in you. And maybe, I bet you they said some things to you like, you know what? Great things are coming your way. You have the talent. You could do this, you could do that. You've got it in you. There's always 1 or 2 people that see it in you and actually tell you. And if you remember them, I remember my 2. I actually had 3. So I remember my 3. And they were very important. Their words echo in my mind even to this day. I stay in shape now, right, because of my high school football coach, because I was underweight terribly. I couldn't play on the football team. I was beat up. That Frank Ruane kept telling me, Cliff, these weights are down here every day. Rome was not built in a day. Start where you are. Get down here and work out. This gym is going to be open till 8 p.m. tonight. You know what you got to do. Get down here. Just start where you're at. Rome was not built in a day. Right? Mr. Collins would tell me, Cliff, you're funny. You should go to Hollywood. You should be a stand-up comedian, entertainer. That's in you. I see it in you. Thank you, Mr. Collins. Frank Ruane. You got those people in your past? How about high school, friends, family? They saw the greatness in you. I already know you have that in you. You already have everything you need. We're always in this mindset of we need something more, but no, we need to just release. Energy is already there, unlimited. The unlimited energy of the universe is already there. It comes to and through us. We don't get energy. We get out of the way and let it come through us. It's come to us. Let's just control the flow. All right, everybody, I'm off to the farmer's market. I'm going to be getting some nutrient-dense foods today because I'm actually, at age 68, I'm actually on a gain weight mission. I'm up 8 pounds already, everybody. Up 8. Gonna put on another 8. I think I'll be doing good then, so I'm getting a lot of grams of protein, but I have to really focus on getting those grams of protein in. It's not that easy. All right, everybody, thanks for subscribing. I will see you later, of course. I will see you. I will catch you on the flip side, everybody. If you haven't already, you know what to do. All right, I'll see you in the next video. You guys rock.